I forgot to take the poster down.
Coming to you live from behind the screen. There we are. Hey!
Oh, I was trying to get Instagram going and Instafeed was crashing on me, so I had to quickly reboot it. And I'm like,
but then people know what they're on now. We're live from the UK and South Africa.
On Africa. We're live on Instagram, we're live on Facebook, and we're live on YouTube. So if you're watching on any three platforms, welcome everybody to New Music Mondays. And let me do this.
Hello, welcome.
Okay, let me put myself in front of me.
I've grown an extra person.
You have? Welcome to Chloe Ann.
Hey.
Hello, Chloe Ann.
You can also tell I'm not in my normal environment, so I can't do the round of applause thing. I haven't got it. I can't do that.
I do, but mine doesn't work through this.
Can't fake the applause.
You can't hear mine, can you?
No, it's not coming through. No.
Yeah, it's because my microphone's not plugged into my Rodecaster right now. So
we are in the beautiful surrounds of Apollo Audio, where I do most of my production and recording work, and we've been working on new music with Chloe Ann here today. So I said, why don't you stick around and come on the show?
We're in the beautiful surroundings of my spare bedroom.
It's gorgeous, though. It's great.
New album up today, Achtung Baby, you too.
Nice one. Celebrating
the announcement of the Sphere show coming in Las Vegas this year.
Oh, so it's a Las Vegas show, is it? It's staying here for 6 months or however long it is.
Something like that. They've custom built a venue, which is an entire sphere for the band that literally is going to have the band in it. And the entire sphere apparently is one big screen.
Okay. So
they can do like multiples. So they're saying it's going to be the most futuristic thing ever done in a concert in the history of the world.
Okay. Interesting.
So this fall, I don't know what fall means in America. When is fall?
Autumn.
Okay. I always get confused. Which is when? I don't know when that is anyway.
It'll be September, October, I guess. Post summer.
That's your fall as well, yeah. It's roughly about the same as you.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, because they're still Northern Hemisphere. So yeah, we're the reverse of you, Julian. Think of yourself and turn yourself upside down. And that's what it is.
Still too confusing, Martin.
As long as they don't do an Adele on everyone and kind of get everyone booked in and then say, sorry, the day before, we can't do it.
Is that what she did? I
think it literally was the day before the shows were due to start. They said we can't go ahead because we haven't got the technical aspects of it right, and I can't go on a proper show. And it was 24 hours, 48 hours before they were due to start the run, I think. Which,
okay.
Yeah, bad enough that you're cancelling concerts, but there would have been people coming a long way to that. Well, flight, accommodation, everything that you get to get there. However, it seems to have all gone good in the end.
Yep, that it has.
Does the I know we talked about the Grammys last week. Do the Brit Awards concern you at all? Or do you have any?
I watched some of the highlights, performances. Again, Wet Leg. Yay, go Wet Leg.
Yeah, I guess there was only one. The only surprise was that they didn't win Alternative Rock Act.
Yeah, I didn't watch the awards, but I just did see they won. And Harry Styles is owning the world.
Basically, yeah, he is the man of the moment, isn't he? For sure.
Pretty much, album of the year, UK album of the year at the Grammys.
Yeah.
And Sam Smith is causing as much controversy as he possibly can.
Yeah.
Although I did like I don't know if you saw the meme, because did you see the outfit he came in with the big legs and everything, and the squelching?
Yeah.
And you know where he got that from, don't you?
Well, people were putting pictures up of Bowie from 70s. Yeah. So it's definitely that outfit was definitely inspired by Bowie. Well, what it made me think of was Billy Connolly used to do a routine about incontinence pants, which.
Wow. Yeah, and it's.
He used to do a routine where say you've got the incontinence pants. You just go out dancing, but you can just pull up the legs as you're dancing.
Anyway, on a bit of a sadder note, our condolences go out to the family of AKA, who was gunned down on Friday evening.
Terrible news.
Horrible news. A guy that I've known since he began in this industry, and I see regularly at Rockets in Bryanston. He performs there. I've known this guy for a long, long time, and the entire country is in mourning. Our entire industry has been rocked by this in a big, big way. So condolences to his family and friends and everybody that's known him. This is a big shock for the South African music industry. His new album was about to drop. literally it is dropping the end of this month, or was about to. I don't know if they still will, but everybody's been saying that this is the album that was going to literally take him onto a global stage, and it is that good. I've heard some of the tracks of it, and I really believe it could be that good. So to unfortunately lose him, and I saw a video clip of it, of him actually being gunned down, and it was brutal. It was absolutely brutal. It's been making the rounds on the internet, and it's just it's so sad, man. It's just really is, and we've really lost an iconic figure in our South African music industry. And it's kind of like you keep on thinking, it's always we even have sayings about him, like, oh God, it's, when you can play like AKA or whatever like that, you always refer to him in so many different ways in terms of performance and just his ability to have really revolutionized hip-hop in this country to a large degree. It's really sad to unfortunately have lost him at this time. Very young. He leaves his young daughter behind. And 2 years ago he lost his girlfriend. She fell off a balcony in Cape Town, 22 years old, his fiance. So it really is just a time of mourning, and RIP to AKA. We really do feel sorry for the family and friends and everybody like that. So it's a bit of a sad moment in our country, but his music will live forever. And we will, I know that a lot of the TV stations, MTV, etc. in South Africa have been dedicating their weekends to him, radio stations, etc., etc. I'm pretty sure we're shooting the SA charts tomorrow. I have a funny feeling that the entire charts tomorrow are going to be dominated by one man in terms of streaming numbers for the last week, even in the last 48 hours. Either reflect this week or next week on the charts, where we'll see a massive, and I know that we are planning a massive tribute as well from an SA Charts perspective to AKA and his family, and also his manager that was shot dead as well. So pouring out lots of love towards everybody. Very, very sad news. On good news note, Depeche Mode finally released the new single.
They didn't be waiting any longer. The people said, "Is this going to be another video coming out?" Because there's a video of the week. But no, they did it. They actually did release.
No, they released it, and we've had quite a discussion about this off air. I love it. I've probably listened to it 20 times at least by now. Watched the video about 10 times, and I absolutely love it. I think there's a very nostalgic feel to the song, as well as a very pops feel to it. So it's kind of like it may even gain them more of a mainstream access to what they would normally get because of the poppiness of it, potentially. Okay. I think it's a great song, and video is very dark. I don't know if you noticed, there's a 1975 movie that is very much, if you watch that music video, that is very much in line with the movie, and the movie was The Seventh Seal. Ingmar Bergman in 1957. There's a scene of him playing chess with the devil.
Very, very famous scene, I think. Utilized in Bill and Ted.
Yes, Excellent Adventures.
No, the one after, wasn't it?
Whatever that one. Whatever. So so that's out, and so
you
big week for music. Pretty much, and we're also excited. We've got lots of new music on tonight. Very excited.
A new music artist joining us just because, why not?
She can. Which one? I was doing it the right way.
Music coming soon from Julian.
Are we going to get to Garrett?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Not tonight, but
No, obviously not now.
It's embargoed, you see.
So Chloe, while we have you on, before we get our first guests on, tell us a little bit about yourself and your musical influences and what you play and kind of style of music you do.
Okay, so I am a singer-songwriter. I play guitar. I normally use a loop station, and I'm currently a one-woman show, but working on somehow, and at some point getting a band more consistently. My main inspirations are Leanne Havas and Eloise. Leanne Havas is more well known than Eloise. She's on the rise of the industry, and they're both amazing musicians and songwriters, and I've seen them both live, and they're just amazing. But new ones for me is mainly Cleo Sol. She's amazing. I think that I really like supporting and being inspired by not so highly rated musicians, but they're also the kind of genre that I listen to, which is neo soul and neo jazz, which is more specifically what I play and listen to. I am flexible with what I listen to, but in that genre. that's what I mainly focus on in my writing, especially at the moment. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, wicked. Cool.
We inadvertently both discovered that Cleo Soul was half of Salt, if you know that SAULT, Salt.
You know I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah. Well, Cleo Soul is actually the vocalist, and got a solo career as well. But we had sort of went, oh my god, we didn't realise it's the same person.
Neither did I. Now I know. I will definitely go and listen to that now because I'm a big fan of Salt. So yeah, we'll check it out. Well, let's get our first guest on, shall we? All the way from South Africa. Woo! Another young lady, and it is Valentine's Day, and it's Day of Ladies. We treat our we will spoil the young woman in our lives. That's tomorrow. That's Valentine's week, Martin.
Oh, that's a week. That's a whole week.
It's a whole week now. It's a whole week now.
Okay, fine.
Let's get our first guest on, shall we? Singhita. Where's Martin? Oh, I can't do it that way now. I have to do it this way.
We need widescreen tonight.
We need widescreen tonight. Good evening, Singhita. How are you?
Singhita,
welcome.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. And you?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure. Young 15-year-old singer from South Africa. Still can't believe you're 15. When I heard your voice, I was like, there's no way. Absolutely no way. And this is not your first single either, is it?
No, it's not.
Wow. Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I am a singer, songwriter, actress, model, and equestrian, and obviously a student. Unfortunately, still. I really want to get done with that soon.
Yeah, enough's enough.
I have a few years. But I just try to do my best in everything I can and enjoy life as much as I can.
Well, that's good. Make the most of it.
How do you manage to fit it all in? Is my first question. Did you say singer, model, actress, and equestrian? Did you say? I feel like I might have missed something out as well. It's amazing. How do you manage? How do you get all the hours in the day?
It's pretty hard. My parents are amazing. They help me a lot with everything, drive me around to everything. But I still don't know how I get everything done in one day. But I just try my best.
So what was your first love? Well, so let's go from that perspective. Was it the equestrian? Is it the music? Is it the acting? The modeling?
Well, I've been horse riding ever since I can remember. I think this year it's going to be 10 years. So
wow.
It will always be horse riding before everything, even before school, like obviously. But I don't know, my love, it's just it can't compare to anything. It's so different, but also so the same in the same way. Like, I don't know, it's so weird to describe because every time when people ask me to choose one, then I'm like, I can't. I can't.
No, you can't. Why? And why should you? I mean, there's so many people now that do act, sing, and are multi-talented. And I think today you can be multi-talented. Take somebody like Justin Timberlake. Yeah. He's been in award-winning movies. Harry Styles. Okay. These guys are all doing it all these days. Even Lady Gaga. I mean, there you go. Prime example. Yeah. Where did the singing come from? Is music in your family, or is it just something you just wanted to do?
So music is in my family, but I don't know, it's just ever since I was a little girl, I would always perform to my parents, and it's just, I don't know, it's always been in the family.
Songwriting, is it all your own, or do you work with songwriters, producers? How does it all come together?
No, so with my 2 singles that has released, I worked with Gino Lee. He is in PE, so he's also here in South Africa. But I met him through IATS, so that was a competition thing that I did, and then from there on I went to IMTA in New York, which is International Modeling Talent Association.
Wow!
So that was a big one, but we met there, and from there on we've just bonded and we started writing together. There's some stuff I have written on my own, but I'm not comfortable with releasing them.
Okay. Well, listen, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, It's what it's about. Just keep writing, because I think, if I can ever give any other song, being a songwriter myself, my only advice to any songwriter is just write. Keep writing. It doesn't matter whether you like it or not. Just write, because out of that you will find your own unique style and space that inspires you as a songwriter.
Same with collaboration is part of that as well, though. Collaborating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that keeping writing thing is collaborating with other people. That's a great way to get better at writing, because you get that inspiration, you get that creative growth that you might not get just trying to do it all by yourself. Right. Take you in a different direction.
Absolutely. Tell us about your new single, My Heart.
So My Heart is about motivating people to get out of toxic relationships and motivating them to realize or see that they are in toxic relationships. So the idea actually came from, I'm 50 now, obviously, and people, like my friends, when I talk to them, I realize that they are getting into relationships and they don't realize how toxic it is. And I would always try to motivate them to, get out of it. And just
out the relationship, or just
just realize that just realize that they are in this toxic environment or relationship even, and just help them with that, and that actually inspired the whole song.
Yeah.
Cool. Is there a music video to it coming? Because at the moment we just received the audio.
No, so it's just the audio. I don't know, there was no idea for a music video, but I can film one. I don't know. If it goes really good, and I'll see if I can do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you look at the industry today, everything's really about the visual aspect of it.
Yeah.
So, it makes a big, big difference as far as a song goes, adding a visual aspect. Even if it's, there's a lot of websites these days even that assist you. There's a website that we used a couple of times as a band called Rota Video, where essentially you can load the song and then you can choose. These guys upload different visuals that they've shot or whatever, and you can actually go by theme, and then you can tell it to make you a visualizer essentially of your song. You don't even have to be in it. I remember I remember one of the first bands that Martin and I ever had on the show. They actually had a Russian guy who just shot dancers and people, and they used to make their songs, send it to the guy in Russia, and he would create a video for them out of people he had shot.
On film.
Yeah, on film. Yeah. Obviously, Martin. But yeah, so you don't always have to shoot something. You can also find different ways to be a little bit more creative from that perspective.
Oh, that's a very nice idea. Thank you for giving me that idea.
Yeah. Absolutely, because definitely I think the song leans itself. When I first listened, I was like, I need to see something. I need to feel the visualization of this.
Yeah. Or puppetry. Go for puppetry as well. That's the other ways. Maybe not.
Maybe not, one. Just leave the puppets out of it, Bod. All right, let's take a listen. This is Singhita with My Heart. Let us know what you think.
I just wanna reach nirvana, but boy, you keep on holding me back. Instant karma, now I'm emotional again. I never wanted to pretend. So bad, so good. I know that you're no good. Hey, did it cross your mind to ask if I'm okay? Holding on to words that you won't ever say. You really thought you left your mark?
Hold up.
You'll never have my heart. You'll never have my heart. You'll never have my heart. Overthinking, so I changed my number. 'Cause our conversations were
My Heart. Singhita. There you are. We don't have that round of applause button working today. But you know what? It's much better live anyway.
Amazing.
Hang on, I've got you muted. My apologies. Brilliant. Listen, at 15, at 25, I think we're going to be going global superstar.
Thank you.
I have a feeling we might need to watch this space.
Yeah, like VMAs, EGOT, Olympic medals.
I think never mind 25. I've got a feeling in the next couple of years the world's going to be knowing about this young lady, and I think a lot is going to be said. So congratulations on your second single, My Heart. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, great song, great melodies, great production. And Martin, you as a producer, what would you say?
Well, the thing that was occurring to me straight away was it's really making me long for summer, because it sounds like it's a very summery, beach club vibe. And that comes on, you're like, oh, now I'm on holiday. This is good. So I love that vibe with it. But I know you've got. I think it's a really important message that you're talking about there. That sort of, I don't know, culturally at the moment, because of a lot of things like social media and all the things that we know exist, that understanding of what an actual good relationship looks like is easily lost. So, like you said, just having people raising that awareness to go, do you know what, the way you're being treated isn't right, and the best way to resolve that is to leave it rather than try and fix it. It's a difficult one for a lot of people to acknowledge and appreciate. But usually, if you're in a toxic relationship, the only solution is leave it. And I think too often it's kind of, oh no, you don't understand. No, you'll change. It'll be better. But more often than not, just you're better off away. So I think it's a really important message.
I have one more bit of advice. Go shoot a music video for this. It needs one.
Okay, I will now have motivation. I'll do that.
Yes. Even take your cell phone. I mean, 90% of stuff these days is shot on this.
Yeah.
Take your cell phone, go and shoot your life. That's what, school, your friends. Just shoot something of interaction. Make it, the song's there. Everything's there. But you need visual. Because I promise you, a visual will take this to another level. There is no doubt about it. I'm not saying that as a video director myself, but I'm saying it because that's what the song needs. Because you're listening to it, and I keep wanting to see something. Every time I listen to the song, I go like, I need a visual to this. Doesn't matter how simplistic. Even if it is just a visualizer of some kind, it needs visual. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we were talking about a band just now, Martin and I, off air, U2, who, when they did their albums Europa and stuff like this, the one thing that made those albums into what they became was the visualization of these albums, was taking this sound and just creating this incredible visual spectacle around it. And I'm not saying go that far, but the song needs visuals. I can just imagine it, and I just want to see it. And it goes back to, I mean, you're young, but like if you remember Britney Spears when she started out, what made her was the visuals, and the songs were good, but those visuals just took it to another. Martin's laughing at me. Why are you laughing at me, Martin?
Are you? Well, I've lost the point. You're suggesting something about a video? Is that right?
Make a video.
I wasn't sure what you were trying to say. Whether it's clear to old Singhita going.
Sorry, I get carried away. It's my natural. If I'm passionate about something, and if I really like something, I really, then you go for it. So
no, really,
you've done a great job. I just want to add in, you've done a fantastic job, and we do appreciate that. And even I'm speaking for Julian here as well, because I know he means it as well. We know how difficult that is. Just, go and do something. It's not always that easy.
No, it's not always easy.
But yeah, I mean, having the assets, having the exposure, I think people will love to see it, and we know how important YouTube is and all that.
Yeah, even if it's on your phone, seriously.
Don't let that take away from the fact that you've done a fantastic job on the song.
Absolutely. Brilliant song. And go and have some fun with the song. And that's really what I'm trying to say in terms of the video. Yeah. I know it's talking about that, but you can also be playful in terms of the way that you do the video or something like that. And just, enjoy it, because you have all the talent in the world, young lady, and I have a feeling that the world is your oyster, and just enjoy it. And the only advice I can give to you is have fun, because that's what music's about.
If only you knew an actress or a model that could take part in your video.
Yeah, hello. I'm thinking. Gee, do you know any actresses or models?
Well done. Fantastic track, and best of luck with it.
Yeah, best of luck, and congratulations, and please keep it going. And the next time you've got another single, or when you do shoot that video, come back. Tell Genevieve to send it to us and come back onto the show. We'd love to have you again. This is not only a one-time thing. We always invite artists back. I mean, some artists we've had back nearly 10 times, because they keep releasing new songs, and we love to chat. Even if you don't have a new song, you want to come talk to us, tell us how your career is going, you're welcome to join us anytime on New Music Mondays.
Thank you so much, guys.
Singhita, thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute. How can people find out more information?
So I'm on Instagram and Facebook at Singhita Music.
And TikTok? Come on, you gotta be on TikTok by now.
I'm on TikTok, but I'm not really posting there.
Seems to be where everything's happening. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad at the posting, but I'm gonna try it. But also on TikTok is also Singhita Music.
And big shout out to your parents for supporting you, because it's sometimes you're juggling so many balls as an actress, as a model, as a equestrian, as a singer. It's a lot. And big shout out to your parents for supporting you and encouraging you to pursue your dreams. So all the best, and hopefully we'll see you back here soon.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 My hands got out of control there. I don't know what I was doing.
I know.
I thought I was waving, and then it became a weird.
I love seeing young talent like that. I mean, 15 years old.
Well,
It's
yeah.
insane.
Well, Anne was saying that's when she started as well.
Yeah, I started.
15, so.
Well, I wrote my first song when I was, I want to say, just 16. But,
Wow, I wish. I wrote my first song when I was 30. Proper song. I've been trying up until that point, never got anywhere, and then I can't even remember. But anyway, congratulations to Singhita.
I wrote a lot of songs in my 20s, but I probably should.
I don't remember my 20s, that's the problem.
You can remember your 20s, you weren't there.
Exactly.
You're talking about the importance of visuals, but do you notice you use Tidal, don't you?
I what?
You use Tidal.
Yeah, a lot.
As your DSP. I don't know, I haven't noticed this on other ones. You know, a lot of their images are motion images.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes you'll actually get the music video when you play the song.
Yeah, you can get another music video, even older.
Just to visualize it, yeah.
There was one, I think it was a White Stripes album, and it's basically a GIF that's playing whilst the album's on.
I love Tidal. Tidal's the only DSP for me, thank you.
Very good.
I just think that their entire ecosystem and their entire interface is just so much more friendly.
I think there's partly that. I like it because it's a lot easier to find credits on Tidal than it is on.
Yes.
So you want to know who was involved in the background, writers, producers, composers, even if you want to confirm that it's the person that you thought it was, sort of thing. There are credits. Well done.
Well done.
Well done, whoever's involved in Tidal now. I don't know. Is it still Jozi?
I don't know actually if he owns any of it.
I feel like he sold it. Anyway, there you go. I don't know where to go with that. Did you say? Are you a Super Bowl fan?
Eh?
What you were talking about, like bumps and sales and stuff. You're a Super Bowl fan. So imagine Rihanna will get a post Super Bowl bounce on your music.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched the performance this morning. That whole thing of those levitating stages with the dancers on and her was pretty remarkable. I will say that kind of I stood there and went like, wow. I think overall it was good.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like the dance, if it wasn't for the dancers, those dancers were phenomenal. I mean, the synchronization of those moves and stuff, I was sitting there like, wow, what the heck? So that was definitely next level. That absolutely blew me away.
Yeah.
Again, we had the debate in the office today. Greatest Super Bowl performance of all time?
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen that many of them, to be honest. So not all that I can remember.
Beyonce and Bruno Mars.
Amazing. Yeah.
Only one for me.
Who?
Prince.
Prince. I never watched Prince.
Prince, and then U2.
Long time ago, right?
Prince was 2012, if I'm not 2007 or 12.
Not as long ago as it was.
U2 after 9/11 was pretty incredible.
Yep. So they had last year it was all the sort of R&B rap artists last year, wasn't it?
Last year was the rappers one, yeah, which was for me was also definitely a top 5 of all time.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a good job. I saw there was a lot of people wearing t-shirts and I think the Rihanna concert it was interrupted by a football game.
Wow, and what a result. They won it in the last 20 seconds.
Yeah, it was a bit of a classic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there must be. I mean, you can get up early to watch. We have to stay up late to watch it. You can get up early.
I don't watch it. I can't sit through 4 hours of a football game. How long is it? They take so long, Martin.
It's a silly game. But it's talking about silly games and great results. Another one for Scotland. Come on, boys.
We've got a Merseyside derby to watch after this.
Yes, right enough. Better crack on then, eh?
Oh. Am I prolonging the agony?
Yeah, that can only go right or wrong. I mean,
it's going to go wrong. We have a very bad record against Sean Dyche.
Yeah.
We do not.
Take heart. Scotland have never beaten Warren Gatland before Sunday.
Now, should we get another guest on? Let's not talk about sport. Enough talking about sport. Let's get a guest on.
Hello and welcome.
Good evening. Welcome back.
Hi, Rich.
See you guys again, and you.
You're
regular on this right now.
No. Now, Chloe-Anne's just been in the studio. We've been working on Chloe-Anne's EP today in the studio. So I said, why don't you hang around and say hello? And guest host.
She's probably thinking, why did I listen to him? Why? I could have been at home.
Could have been at home. I didn't have to do this nonsense. I know, yeah, if you're ever, I mean, that's how it works. But if you're ever in the area, either like round where I am or where Julian is,
Here in South Africa, yeah. Come join me. Milo was supposed to be my guest host, but where's Milo? Milo didn't want to join me.
Anyway, nice to have you back, my friend.
You too. Yeah, it's been a while.
What have you been up to since we last saw you?
Yeah, just loads of festivals over the summer. It was pretty cool. Bit of a quiet end of the year, but we've just been recording loads, so we've got an album ready. Basically.
Wow, brilliant.
Kind of sneak that. That's some news. That's kind of we've got an album ready.
Yeah, kind of got an album ready.
Got an album ready. Actually, an album. Wow, that's fantastic.
It's weird, isn't it? Because like most people nowadays say, just keep releasing new music, just keep getting it out there.
Yeah.
But I still want to have something that is like a full length release that we can share that hasn't already been released individually. So yeah, just trying to find the right way to do it. Hopefully by the summer it'll be out.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty much good to go. So.
Fantastic.
Nice.
So it's all done. It's been
basically there's like 2 songs.
Amazing. So what was the? I mean, did you have to convince the rest of the guys in the band, or was it something you all always wanted to do, or did it have to be a kind of come on guys, let's rally together and do this?
About the album?
About the album, yeah.
I don't know, band dynamics are a bit interesting nowadays. It used to be like when I was younger that everyone's chipping in, and it kind of got like too many cooks for the broth. So
yeah,
I kind of run everything, and I don't ask much of the other guys. They do their part, and I do all the other stuff. So that gives me the sort of CEO decision making.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
The boss. I am the boss.
Kind of. I don't want to do it on my own, but I still value their opinion, and we'll do the work to do that. So
I understand what you're saying about. In the end, someone's got to make a call on it, otherwise.
Yeah.
nothing will get done.
And that's why nothing gets done. But yeah, it's been a long time coming. Like some of these songs, like the one you're going to hear tonight, is I think I wrote it in 2016.
Yeah.
So it's like cool to finally have it out, and you know, it feels brand new when you have a new music video that's totally reimagined the song and re-recorded with Justin Hill and stuff like that. So it keeps it fresh. For me.
Yeah.
So
that's exciting stuff. So we'll talk about the song. I'm sort of intrigued by this album thing because I think it's interesting you said about albums and, you know, whether people are up for it. I keep finding that that's a sort of thing that what people say and what they do is different. And that kind of thing, I know it's kind of saying, oh, nobody wants albums anymore. And yet, I think artists love making albums. And I think their fans love getting albums. So I'm not sure where this kind of nobody wants it anymore. I think if you're, you know, if you're a pop chart artist,
then definitely
that release singles thing. You know, that's what I want, is to hit those charts. But I think you want to develop a artist fan base and really get connected to your audience. I think certainly my experience, I think that, you know, generally when you love an artist, the fact that they're coming out with an album is like fantastic. It's like certainly.
I agree. I mean, it's like we're talking about the new Depeche Mode. I'm waiting for the album. Yes, there's a single, but I want the album. I've already pre-ordered my album. It's like done, paid for. I'm waiting for that vinyl.
Yeah.
And cassette.
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? Because you get mixed advice about things, and there's what I would like to do, and then there's what you should do, and whatnot. You know, there's debate about this at the BBC Introducing Conference I used to go to, and you know, some people would say like it feels like people are more fans of songs nowadays than artists. Like there's such like a, you know, limited attention span that to get people to stay with you have to just keep bringing out stuff so they forget about you. And it's like, I guess.
I think there's certainly an element of don't let them forget about you. I kind of get that, especially with a sort of, you know, you don't have it's hard to get those sort of big impact marketing campaigns, especially if you're a sort of indie artist. How do you reach a lot of people? Again, I'm just going to go back to what I said before. I think I can understand why a BBC Introducing panel might say something that being true, but my experience is, well, I mean, I need to put this in perspective, I suppose. I'm talking about a lot of the indie artists that I know that have created albums, and they can sell 250, 300, 400, 500 albums. They're not selling 20,000, 50,000 albums, of course, that's not what I mean. But their fan base is big enough and acknowledge their respect for the artist enough that if they say I'm making an album, they'll sell it. They'll definitely sell it.
Yeah.
So it's not that people don't want albums. It might just be that kind of, well, what are we talking about in terms of scale and the commercial aspect of it?
It's all about the commercial, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't have that big a following yet, so I don't know if it would make sense to release an album until we have people that want to buy it. So that's another thing to consider, like the timing of it. Like, we're incredibly getting there, but
Well, I'd say if it's down to me, I'd say go for it, right?
Yeah, I'm fully in agreement. I mean, why not? Just, you know, if an album represents the body of work that you want people to hear, then absolutely. If a single represents that body of work, then do a single. You know, even in EP, I'm busy. So I was in studio filming. We have an artist by the name of Black Coffee in South Africa, who's like our biggest DJ on the planet, and he's working with a guy by the name of Nduduzo Makatini, who's a pianist, a jazz pianist, and they're doing this collaborative project with this other guy, and they've decided to do it as a 5-track EP. Not album. They believe that 5 tracks embodies what they're trying to say in this piece of music. And I sat there in studio with him while they were recording all the piano parts, because Nduduzo needs this massive grand and everything. That's how he does it. It's all improvisation with him. And it was like phenomenal. I was like going, you know what? Those 5 tracks is all I want to hear in this piece. I think any more and I might start being, it's getting a bit long in the tooth. But the 5 tracks that I heard that night were like, it is perfect. Not less, not more. Absolutely perfect. So I think, you know, that's what I'm trying to say there, is that if you guys feel that 6 or 8 songs or whatever it is that are going to make up the album, if that says to you, this is what I want people to hear. Whether you got 1 fan or 1 million fans, makes no difference. Say what you want to say and put that piece of music out that embodies what you're trying to say. Pretty much that's all I can say. Being very profound tonight, Martin.
And I say the same thing to Richard. You can take all of that advice and ignore it.
Yeah, just tell me to piss off.
Doesn't mean we're right, just an opinion.
It's just tell Julian you're an idiot. Shut up.
Yeah, you can still go.
No,
I'm not doing that.
It's some good advice though. Like I think a lot of these tracks sum up like a chapter in my life, and
there you go.
I think we need to come together for my own good. Like
and also, you were saying I don't know if we've got enough fans. That album might spur those fans that you're looking for. You know what I mean? It could be that's what actually takes you to that next level. Don't think about the fans. Think about what you want. That's the only advice I can give.
Yeah, I do want an album. I think that's.
Then do it.
Yeah.
We want the album. We'll get it. We'll support you. You've got 3 fans right here.
There you go. 100%. I think something just picking up on something you said as well. Sometimes it's an opportunity to move on when you've got all that stuff, and it's like, well, I'm kind of holding on to it. Getting it out and releasing it out there gives you the freedom then to go on to the next thing as well. And if that's done now, I've managed to. And that happens immediately. I don't mean you don't give any credit to what you've done, but it frees you up a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Put that chapter behind you.
Yeah. I've tried to be ahead of the curve, so like as I've had songs released, I've got a few ready to release, and I'm always got something else that's ready to go. I suppose the only doubt with an album is like once that's out, I'm like, okay, I've got to invest in recording.
Well, that's what I mean, and that's maybe a good thing. So now that's out. I've got to get writing, then, haven't I? I've got to get writing. That can be a good impetus.
But it might spur you onto a whole different sound in your next album because you like kind of close that chapter of what you were doing there. And now you're moving on to the next thing. But anyway, let's talk about Into the Night. Let's talk about the single. Because that's what we actually had to talk about. The album's not out yet. So, guys, it is coming. But let's talk about the single, Into the Night. Tell us about it.
This is one of our bigger songs. We waited to get our feet on the ground really before we released this one. I think this one and the first one we released, Wait and Wonder, have always been like just extra special to me. So this one has been it's been good to get out, and it's always our set finisher. We always end the set with this one. It's a bit longer. It's like 5 minutes or so. But as a songwriter, it's probably one of the ones I'm more proud of technically. And yeah, we just went in a bit of a different direction with the video. This time we let the team just have their own perception of what it's about. I didn't tell them what it was about, and I let them direct the video and make it. So Fran, Ali, and Dave, they just come up with this whole concept of like, oh wow, that's so interesting. You see the lyrics like that. Because it was about a couple trying to get away from the mundane struggles of life, and go chase your dreams and sort of escape reality. But then it became a song about self-empowerment and belief, and she's talking to herself in the video and trying to chase her dreams instead. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and it's got a lot more different shots. It's not just a band in a room headbanging. It's got more of a story to it. So yeah, it's been fun.
Cool. Should we check it out?
All right.
Here we go.
Right.
Sam Demas, Into the Night. Let us know what you think. I'm going to push play.
Sometimes I think about forever.
San Demas.
The front room. Is that the actual front room?
Love it.
And you're saying the name right.
Hey!
You know what?
San Demas.
The only person to say the name wrong. You know, when we used to do these, and you used to say San Demas. Everyone keeps saying the name wrong. At a festival, we were called Sam Demas. And then, who the hell is Sam?
I thought, I don't know. I think you were a Mediterranean dance act. Good done. Sam Demas.
Oh god. Yeah.
Well, I absolutely love it. So well done. Nice big sound, great production, big guitars, great vocal. She delivers a superb vocal. Just overall, I think it's a really good song. And it's like, you know, you want a big rock, kind of that, got that bit of that 80s influence to it there. And yeah, great. Gives me a little bit of Killers, a little bit of everything, you know, a bit of Aerosmith thrown in. It's like kind of mixes it all up and just throws you up. San Demas.
Yeah.
Like it. I like it.
Beautifully
like it
shot
very
as
much.
well. So really,
Yeah, very nicely done.
like, you know, like what? Just going back to storylines there. There's something about I don't know. I'm Julian, you know more about this now. But it's the color grading and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's graded beautifully, shot nicely. There's a great depth of field into the video as well. I love the scenes on the couch, work really, really nicely. The whole thing just flows beautifully. Nice pieces of the band as well. Shot very nicely. Yeah, it's a good video. It's a great video.
The team
Does the job.
Deserve all the credit for that. Fran, Addy, and they there's so much extra hours into it, and scripting and shots, and like they did so much more than I asked them to do. They all put a lot of passion into it. So full credit to them. Yeah, it was their first music video as well. They haven't done a music video before.
Wow.
Oh, well done. And again, you know, so what I like as well, and I think we were saying to the young girl earlier, Singhita, is that a visual can make such a difference to a song. And there it does. And there's a prime example. It's a good song, but the visual definitely enhances it and definitely makes me feel, right, I'm into this and I can really enjoy it. And she delivers a great performance from a visual perspective that I get it.
Yeah.
And that's the, you know, and that's why we had it. That's why we have MTV. That's why MTV was born.
Yeah.
You know, Ask Duran Duran. A career built out of visual.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like it's an investment in music videos, but it really, like you said, it just adds another whole level to the story of the song, and how you hear it and how you see it now. So I'm really thrilled to put it out.
Well, I think you should deliver that album. Definitely think it.
Yep.
If that's a taste of what's to come, we definitely, and you're going to get a lot more fans that are going to want to hear it. There's no doubt about it.
That song's an interesting one because it's the only one we've written in a major key. It's the only happy song, really. Like all the other songs are in minor keys. It's the only one that changes key as well after that heavy riff in the middle. So there's as a songwriter, there's bits about it I like, but probably other people don't give a crap about. But like, I'm like, oh, that's cool, I did that. I don't normally do that. It's interesting to say about the influence of the 80s. It's definitely Peter Gabriel influence. I don't know if you know the song.
Yeah, Sledgehammer.
Yeah, more than this, I basically ripped off the guitar part there. But yeah, it's got this whole motif throughout of that. Forms of that. Someone asked me if it was the Strictly Come Dancing theme tune. I was like, that's not what I was going for.
You know what? If they want to use it for Strictly Come Dancing, they can pay you £1 million, and they can more than welcome to use it. Just pay me $1 million, and you can have it.
Fantastic.
Awesome,
Will you be
man.
back out on the festival scene this year, Rich?
Say again?
Will you be back out on the festival scene this year?
Yeah, we got announced for a festival today actually, which we're really excited about, called Loom Fest. It's a pretty big deal for us. There's some really amazing bands like and Radio 1 DJs hosting it, and it's in Camden. It's pretty significant. So we're really happy about that.
Congrats.
Trying to just get out there. We've got a tour later in the year. We've got a bunch of stuff in the pipeline. So Cool.
Good job.
Brilliant. Congratulations.
Keep us up to date. Let us know what's going on. We can, even if you can't make it on, you can still tell us what your tour dates are and stuff, and like remind us, and we can remind other people as well. So we've got, remember, Stan Davis? They're out in yours place tomorrow. Come and see them.
And if you missed the video, go and check it out on our playlist on Discover TV YouTube channel, and you'll see it on our New Music Mondays 2023 playlist. It is there already. So go and check out the video and support the band, and find at Demas on all social medias.
Yes, and Demas Music. Yeah,
Perfect.
Right,
Awesome.
give them
Thank
a
you so much for
follow,
joining us, man.
and all the best.
Pleasure,
Good to
guys.
have you on, Rich. Thanks for getting in touch.
Thanks, Rich.
And same as we say to everyone, keep in touch. Let us know what's happening. Anytime you want to come on and have a chat, more than welcome.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Good to meet you as well.
Thanks, Rich. Cool, man.
Cheers.
Cheers, bye.
Yeah.
Very nice.
We love it.
Really enjoyed that. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Very good.
We love it.
Yeah.
As always, two great bands, two different types of music, two different types of artists, two different approaches, maybe you could say, you know.
Yeah, I've got hip hop on. I've got hip hop on next week.
Have you?
Yeah, I've got a proper hip hop artist on next week.
Ah, very good.
Yeah. Thanks to Joanne Oliver joining us next week. Looking forward to that one. Something very different. The Disciple will be joining us next week here on New Music Mondays.
That's cool. I would love for more next week, but I have no idea what's on next week. So I can't.
I hadn't had anything, and then Joe messaged me today. I was like, "Oh, I like this. Let me get this on the show next week." She's like, "Cool, done." I'm like, "Cool, yay!"
If you're watching the show and you'd like to be on, you drop me a line.
Yeah, drop us a line, hit us up on DMs, and yeah, come onto the show and chat to us. Always looking forward to having new music right here on New Music Mondays. Chloe, what did you think of tonight's show? How did you enjoy your first co-host?
I really enjoyed it. I'll be looking forward to sharing some of my own stuff in the future as well. And I think it's a nice opportunity for people to share their music online to different people as well. So you never know who you'll catch.
Absolutely. And a big shout out from all of us in South Africa to you. We can't wait to hear new music from you.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! Hell
Obviously,
yeah!
Obviously, Chloe's now panicking about whether to do a music video or not.
Oh, yeah.
Don't come on the show if you don't have a video. It's not like that. It's not like that.
No.
On this show, we don't.
I mean, the budget is small now. Probably try and do something. I just have to be like, please. So I'll try and do something. In
No,
the
I just want to remind everyone: you do not have to have a video to be on the show. We like to
No.
but you do not have to have a video. We appreciate it's great, but it's not always easy to
If
do.
we're shooting this week anyway, that's something.
Well, we
to
are.
show
Yeah. Well, that's
anyway,
yeah.
so-
We're hoping to have some content for you on Discover TV with Chloe, and that will work on this.
Thank you so much for joining us, guys. This is New
Thanks.
Music Mondays. We will see you next week. We're out here. Bye!
Bye.